For decades, society has sold women a timeline, that beauty has an expiry date, that relevance belongs only to the young. Today, we shatter that narrative. Hello everyone and welcome to Women Talk. I'm Danielle. Today's conversation is one many women ask quietly to themselves. How do we know if our best years are behind us? Because life doesn't end at a certain age, it continues to evolve. And joining me tonight are two remarkable women who have remained icons through the decades, our Biduanitas. So when we talk about, elegance, talk about longevity, and we want to talk about reinvention, we think of these two names. So I will introduce them right now. We have Salamia Hassan, music icon, and Datuk Khadijah Ibrahim, entertainment icon. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
So when we talk about prime years, I'm sure, for myself even, it feels like society can't wait to retire me. I'm 35 right now. And I also am facing that dilemma where being 35, it feels like the industry just wants me to just stop working and just stay at home and do nothing. This is what I feel. Yeah. So to Datuk Khadijah, many women are taught to fear aging. And instead of embracing that growth, because prime is often tied to youth. So as someone who has spent decades in the public eye, how have you personally redefined what your prime looks like to you?
My prime is yet to come. For me, every day is prime time. I'm enjoying my life, enjoying whatever Allah has given me. A talent is not something that you can buy.
That's true.
Okay? It's given by Allah, and you have to reserve that and preserve that so that you can always give the best to the public, to yourself, to your family and friends. So basically, prime time it's up to you. Like you mentioned just now, the industry want you to be like leave it and stay at home. Why? There's so much for us to give. There's a lot more to give. For me, I don't feel it's enough. There's a lot more that I know that I can share with public, fans, friends, family. Basically, at the end of the day, if you yourself feel satisfied and you've reached a certain level of whatever it is that you want in your life, you tell yourself. Nobody dictates.
That's very
true. If masa ibu rasa that it's time for me to go, I will tell myself. No one tells me.
That's very true.
So I always believe in that.
And you're very inspirational when I speak to you. You have so much to give. And I think that's what's important about kind of like sharing down your wisdom to people who are entering the industry or also trying to grow in the industry. So to Salamia, similarly, when you hear the phrase, a woman in her prime, what does that actually mean to you?
To me, it means freedom and love, Prime time for me is every day is a bonus. So I make it loved, a lot love to people and giving, teaching the young ones about what life is all about if they want to listen. And I would like to be there for the young people, to show them sincerity, to show them the empathy, to show them what, if I could share, what life is all about. And for me, prime time is to do what I want to do.
Yes.
Yeah. Freedom and peace.
Yeah.
And
peace.
Peace, yes. And to share more about the journey that I've gone through. And prime time for me is I have limited time.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah, we don't know when we're going, but Shukr Alhamdulillah, I'm still here today.
Yeah.
And I would like to show love as much as I can.
Did you ever really struggle, at a certain point? Because we grow in phases, right? First we're single, and then we're married, then we become mothers, and then there's other stages also. Do you ever feel pressured, and how did you learn to embrace yourself through all these phases as a woman?
When we got married, we love the person, we do anything for that person. And you lost your identity as a human being, you lost yourself. Then suddenly it's not going to work. So it's not going to work. For me, I learned a lot through pain. You have to go through that journey to know
That's beautiful.
Once you go through that journey, and then when you look back and you've done so much, you've gone through so much, and you say, if I can handle that, I can handle anything.
That's very true.
You know? And to me, life is beautiful if you make it beautiful.
Everybody have problem, everybody have pressure, but how do you handle it? Having children is pressure.
Yes.
Mothers, we work, we come back, we have to cook, we have to take care of husband and children, and so on and so forth. But how do you handle it?
Yeah.
For me, I play with time. I always have alarm clock.
Oh,
Because I always tell people, once you pass your time, you can't bring it back.
interesting.
So look forward. How do you plan it? Okay, like from those days when ibu banyak buat show and all that, I always say, they look at you like you are nothing as a mother, but they do not know what you do for your children.
Yeah.
They say this is what the public sees, that which you have to put a stop to it. Okay, for me, okay, from Monday to Friday, this is what they need to do: go to school, go to Ugama school, blah blah blah. You know, timetable. Weekends, you're all mine. Meaning, you have to be with me. We go for shows together. I want them to see what I do and how I work and how hard we work. Kan? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And children, until today, they like my kids, especially my family. They appreciate what I do because we are family knitted and we are always together. And for me, that is very important.
Very, very
We all start everything from home. So I always tell them, if you read a magazine, you read about this artist, the negative part of it, don't read it and don't read it out loud to me. Because it's a no-no. Don't forget, I am one of them.
Very true.
So you put it in place as such. Children will always remember, ibu tak suka ni. You see? So they won't repeat the same thing. So pressure, and when you plan your time and work properly, alhamdulillah, syukur pada Allah, everything will be in place. At the end of the day, it's your doa. Pegangan kita is very important.
Yeah.
Very important. No matter how it is, at the end of the day, pegangan kita, perjalanan kita, our journey.
Beautiful. So maybe being in your prime isn't about age at all, but about owning who you are, growing into it, and allowing yourself to evolve. And after the break, we'll get into how to keep that strength, relevance, and confidence going. Welcome back. I'm now with two legendary icons, Datuk Khadijah and Salamia, and we're still on the topic of reclaiming our prime. So now I want to move beyond personal journeys and into systems of the industry itself. I guess it's pretty apt for us all here at this table to acknowledge that longevity in the entertainment business is not just about talent or resilience. It is shaped by an industry that decides who stays visible and who quietly disappears. Datuk Khadijah, you were talking about timing. Timing is very important, and it's a huge part in this industry. What do you think about, building your discipline and making sure that you're on top of your game?
Firstly, when I went to show business, I was lucky because I've got very, very, very good manager, Mr. Mike Burney. He is so good. He takes us up to the ceiling and the question will be like, where do we go after the ceiling, Mike? Okay? Performances that we do all over the world, we sing for all kita punya orang-orang kenamaan and so on and so forth. And basically, we know our subjects. We know our subject in the sense of if we are performing for a corporate function, we need to know who these people are. Right. We need to know their background, and they make us do a lot of things. We have scripts, we have choreographers, we have post-mortem, we have songs of you name it. We have to sing. In those days, you don't even hear of Korean pop stars. We already start singing lagu-lagu Korea, So at the end of the day, for me, who dictates who stays and who goes, I think it's all us. We shouldn't allow that to happen. And if you want to stay and being where we are today, you just have to be us. This is what we've been doing. People respect us for our time. We are never late for work. And we deliver, I think for the past 48 years, I only missed one performance because gallbladder nak pecah.
Well,
I was in the
you can do
hospital
about
and
that.
still can call, boleh minta maaf ya. You know, things like this, and people respect, and they came. All these big shots, they come to the hospital and see for, oh, she's for real. You know, it's not something that she made up. Yeah. So for me, it's such an achievement. 48 years, I only missed one show. Oh my God, that is so good.
That
But
is
of course,
excellent. I don't think a lot of
Yeah.
people can actually say that now.
well, you know, as I say, for us, Nya, you know, she's my sister.
Yeah.
I knew him when I was 15 years old. I look upon her. I see the way she sings, the way she performs, the way she acts on stage, and she's so close to my sister. So I learned. You have to learn from someone.
The industry is much different than our time, right?
Oh, they cannot bring back what we had before.
we
Oh,
had.
absolutely.
Nothing.
Those were the golden ages.
Of course.
Firstly, we don't sing with -1. We sing with a big band, 8-piece band.
That's the best
4
part.
backing vocalists.
Yes.
And then dancers. And then we have script. And we know who is attending the
VVIP.
the VVIPs. And we address them, and we do all songs that most of the VIPs like. And furthermore, we have this entourage that takes us. It's really huge.
Yeah.
And when we do a slow number, we have a holo spot following us.
Oof.
And we sit on a high stool, we're brangan, you know.
Yeah.
But now,
Everything just seems a bit more hollow. It's
gone.
Right?
it's gone.
Yeah.
I would love to have that back again for the young artist that is singing now, to experience that.
Yeah.
And the changes that I've seen a lot, there's a lot of changes where they just said, okay, we have a show for you, you come here, and then sometimes you don't even give us a chair to sit at the back, you know.
Really?
Yeah, my manager will run around and get chairs for us, and you nyanyi and you sing, and then you.
Thank God I was not there.
Yeah.
I would have told them, can you bring the sofa for Salameh, please?
Yes.
I would never allow
So
such thing.
it's very different. I think because adab, you know, bahasa, adab, we're lacking of it now.
Yeah.
Frankly speaking.
That's Sonia, because as you see today, it's like a biscuit. Now you see it, now you don't.
Now you
So
don't,
you don't
yeah.
even know who they are.
True.
At the end of the day,
Oh, back in the day, we knew everyone.
You know everyone. You know everybody's talent. You know everybody's voices.
True.
Yeah.
You see,
Very true.
so we came and we stayed.
And we stay.
You know, we stayed, and of course, what kita tengok sekarang ni, big concerts, so on. We had it all, even better. You know, we talk about what we earned there before 100,000. It's 1 million today.
Yes.
You see, so for us, kita tak rasa envy lah, because for us,
We've done it.
We've travelled,
We've been
we've
there.
seen
You've
the
had it
world.
better.
Yeah, so for us, it was good, very good.
And
Yeah.
talking about the unspoken rules of this industry, especially for women, what can you tell us, the things that you've experienced?
My side basically changes, of course, your dressing. Those days, you're allowed to wear whatever you want to wear. You know, kita artists, we have to come up with things that looks good on stage.
Very true.
How could you deprive us from our art? You know,
true.
art is art. How can you change that? You know, our talent. How can you change our talent? Oh, tak boleh nyanyi macam ni, kena nyanyi macam ni. To me, it's like, what? Excuse me. You must be kidding, you know. One thing about me, I think I've always been a fighter in a very polite way.
Yes.
I get what I want and I do what I want. You call me for this is what I'm going to give you. So don't change me.
Very true.
Yeah.
Auntie Salamia?
As for me, like when I go on stage, I become a different person.
We all do.
All of us, you know. And to me, when I started singing, I think you know, right? Popularity is second thing to me.
Yes.
True.
I just love to sing and love to earn money to take care of everything at home. And being popular is not important.
Secondary.
But
We do things with keikhlasan.
yeah, I am not up there, nor down there, but I'm there. I've always been there. And I have never stopped performing. I've never stopped singing for corporate functions. So does my sister. There's always, the rezeki is always there. I'm not saying I'm good, but if people wants to listen to you, they will find you.
Definitely.
They will get you.
I can completely resonate with, the both of you. It's so amazing to hear these things from you. So what we're really hearing is, yes, the game isn't always fair. There are pressures people don't see, but we have to learn to play the game and rise above it. And after the break, we'll get into how to actually change it. Welcome back. We've spoken about identity, we've spoken about the system, and now we arrive at what remains after all of it, legacy. Beyond industry structures, public perception and timelines, what endures is what you choose to carry forward and what you refuse to pass down unchanged. So the word icon carries a lot of weight and expectation. So I have a question for both of you. What has been the primary principle that helped you maintain the identity that is truly yours?
We are what we are. The moment you open your mouth, people know who you are. Compared to nowadays, you don't even know who and who anymore.
Yeah.
So that's hard to come by.
True.
Right? So who can sing Gelombang like Salman Hassan? Cannot. Who can sing Kependam Suara like Khadijah Ibrahim? Cannot. Everybody can sing.
Yeah.
But we are what we are. This is our identity. Back to just now, I just want to bring out the subject. How do we keep this industry? Basically, if you talk about legendary artists in other countries, we will never be treated in that manner. Never. They look upon them, they bow to them, because without us, tak ada baru, tak ada lama, tak ada baru. Kan? And what do you learn from yang lama? There's a lot of things, a lot of things. So you want to keep it going, have that respect, look upon them and remember who they are, what they've done as far as that so-called industry is concerned, which I don't call it industry because I don't see anybody that actually look into whatever that's going through this industry at this present moment. There's none.
Yeah.
So why do we still call it industry? So at the end of the day, my advice to everybody is remember, of course, ibu tak minta macam red carpet and so on and so forth. But we had it all, as I said to you.
Yeah.
For us, we're going to go there, give you whatever that we need to we go home. Tapi yang lain-lain, others who are facing it, I know because I have seen it and I don't like it. Yeah. And I make it a point, please prepare food, please prepare their chair, please prepare
It's sad that we
everything.
have to remind them something
and
that is quite basic.
we, the younger ones, who knows the industry, they also have to look into it.
True.
Tak boleh layan macam ni artis ni, tak boleh. Because they're still there.
Yeah, that's very true. What is your perspective on this as well?
Yeah, well, like to tell the artists out there, when they talk about artists like us.
Legendary artists, that's the word. Okay? So I'm giving
the
it
legend,
to you.
When any fresh singers started to sing, when they want to start singing, where do they learn to sing? They listen to the old artist songs, their favorite singers' songs, and they learn from there. So then only they come out with an album, but can they have their own voice? There's so many singers here, but when I listen to Kathy, I know, it's Khatijah. You have an identity of your voice. And when you listen to me, you say, oh, that's Salamia. When you listen to Ziana Zain, it's Ziana Zain. So we want different kind of vocal and different kinds of sound. We don't want the same thing.
Unique variety.
Unique variety. And I would love for the young artists, to respect, and for the netizen to respect us too.
That's very true.
We can be your grandmother. I can be your grandmother. The way you treat us, the way you, some of the words on that they write, it's really hurting.
Of course.
So, but they won't hurt me anymore.
The thing is, back then, they will say things that might hurt us, but because there's no social media, they cannot
but now
directly
it's
say
worse.
it.
Yeah.
But they say it through the media, though, so you have journalists that come at you. I remember those times. So what is that one thing that you hold for yourself now?
Peace of mind, actually. Yeah, peace of mind. And every time I am on stage, that is where I release my feelings and my thoughts, and I share what I can share. And that is one thing that I love to do, right, Kathy? We love to do. and we are proud of ourselves. And sitting next to this young lady, to me, she's much more younger than I am. And looking at her grow, and every night when I go back home after performing in a club, I'll pass her and I look at that girl who's singing Olivia Newton-John songs.
Oof.
So I said, wow.
Hopelessly devoted to you?
Yes.
I'm hopelessly devoted to you.
Then I look at her, I said, she's going to be a big star.
Alhamdulillah, syukur, your dua came through. Your dua came. I've got a good teacher. Come on.
Of course. And when we talk about, legendary artists, you're right. The younger ones always look for inspiration from the people who's already been there.
Do whatever you do dengan keikhlasan, with a lot of pride, good pride. You go out there, give something good. So you may not be my fan, but after seeing my performance, you go back, you bring back these memories.
Yes.
And say, MashaAllah, this is her, this is her song. So when they go back, they bring back good memories.
Talking about good pride, that's a good place to start. When people talk about pride, being in this industry, you need to have some kind of pride for your work. What's the difference between good pride and just pride itself?
The pride, you just want to show that you have stardust in your head. You tend to forget who you are and where you are and where's the ground. Di mana bumi yang dipijak tu tadi? Where is it?
Does the humility come from the hard work itself?
Of course, yes. And when you talk about being artist, public, your public image, you belong to the public. You have to be as nice as you can to them. Because that's what it is. You don't just come here to become a big star and forget about who you are.
That's very true.
Your family look upon you. Your friend looks upon you. And if you don't start giving something negative, to me, it's a no-no. It's a no-no.
Yeah, you've always been a really positive influence in my life.
That's why Ibu cakap tadi, keikhlasan tu tadi. Orang depan bilik air nak ambil gambar pun, you ambil air, you ambil gambar.
Betul.
Ikhlas.
Walaupun you penat, walaupun macam mana,
we have to.
We just,
it's part of the game,
whatever you go through at home, you still have to make sure that you're smiling.
Jangan lepas nyanyi konsert besar-besar balik rumah, buat sambal belacan.
Buat sambal belacan,
and that's reality. That's what it is.
Yeah. The reality is, I will be singing on this beautiful stage that malam tu, and when I go back home besok pagi tu, I pergi tak kucing. So bila I cedok tak kucing, dia kata, padan kau semalam kau bergaya sangat, so puang tak kucing.
We go back. I have to cook for my children. They want good food, and they just want. Oh, ibu masak. It's always like ibu masak apa. So you see, a lot of public do not know that.
True.
Because this is us. We are for real.
Of course, it's our passion, but it's also our work at the end of the day, isn't it? Well, ladies, I think tonight we've gone beyond the idea of prime and really understood the identity. To Salamia Hassan and Datuk Khadijah Ibrahim, thank you so much for your clarity, your presence and your honesty.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you so much.
It was so wonderful.
Woman Talk, thank you.
Yes. And to our audience back at home, if you like what we discussed today, don't be shy to send some love to our social media at Women Talk TV3, at TV3 Malaysia. I'm Diana. Goodbye and have a good weekend.